What's going on, people? Welcome to the match preview show. Palace are finally back. Enough of international football, and trust me, a lot has happened since we last played. Due to the deadline day madness, but time to focus on football. No more transfer news. As always, hit the like button. Let's see if you can hit over 200 likes, and most importantly, get involved in the show in the comment section down below. Letting us know your thoughts. The opposition preview will be out tomorrow. So check that out, where I spoke to Conrad from Black Cats TV about what to expect from Sunderland. Joined by Patrick and Lou here. Gents, international football, so overrated, ain't it, Patrick? Like, gee, just bring back club football. It's not no fun. Watch England ain't great, and all the other games ain't great either.
What about Turkey? How they doing? Are they right?
Sorry, you got connection issues. What did he say?
No worries.
You cut out.
You know what? These thoughts are privilege, bro.
No, you actually cut out. I didn't hear you. Anyways, Lou, let's move away from international football. We don't want to get into that because we're here to talk about club football. How much have you missed Palace?
I missed them a lot. I'd actually rather, if there's going to be no football, I'd rather no Premier League. I'd rather there just be no football whatsoever. I don't even want to see international football. Like, I haven't watched 1 minute of anything. But yeah, man, bring back Palace.
Why not?
I don't give it.
Why not? Why don't you like international football?
I did. I'd rather Palace win a throw-in than England win something. Don't bother me.
but he's right. But why? Why is anti? Why so anti? I don't get it. Why so anti international football? I don't get it.
I just think it's just terrible football. I just think it's terrible.
Oh, okay.
It's not. Maybe it doesn't have the feel of. I think it's like 06 World Cup, 04, 2000, 2098. It just don't have that soul to it anymore. I don't think. I hated the Winter World Cup. Yeah, it just doesn't. The friendlies. It feels like England play Andorra every other week. I hate Henderson being picked. It's just boring. I just don't have any emotion towards any of it.
Yeah. Talking about international football and bringing it back to club level, Patrick, are you concerned about any like fatigue or injuries? I know Guehi seems like he's training with a slight injury, but clearly it's nothing serious. Is that concern going into the Sunderland game?
I mean, from a Palace standpoint, you have to be concerned. The Guehi thing shouldn't be a big deal, but obviously, Wharton didn't go because of an injury. Sarr didn't go because of injury. You got Lerma,
Pino didn't go.
Richards, Pino didn't go. Richards. Munoz, all gonna be flying back on Wednesday night, coming back Thursday, game on Saturday. Well, SA fine. But Canvo, those guys play early in the week, so they'll be fine. I'm talking about the guys that come back from.
Have they not got another game? The French under 21s.
SA played on Monday, so he's fine. So did Canvo played today also, but he wasn't in the starting line. But I checked already. He wasn't in the lineup.
Okay. Cool.
Like I said, I'm more, the guys who traveled a long way I'm worried about, but it is what it is. The thing is, everyone has to do the same thing, not just Palace players. Sunderland players will get delayed. They have at least 13 internationals going out too. So it's part of parcel of football. It doesn't really bother me. I don't love international football. England are pretty boring. USA is not good to watch, but it doesn't bother me when we have a break. I actually like the break because I like the break from the content. No offense.
Do you know what is good though? I feel like the Premier League, the weekend when it comes back after international break is always unbelievable.
Hype.
It's always yeah. And I think like Saturdays they've got 12 o'clock kickoff, 3 o'clock kickoff, 5 o'clock kickoff, and 8 o'clock kickoff. And then you got Super Sunday, and then it's League Cup Millwall. Then it's just all gas, no breaks.
So I'm saying so much because you'll be overwhelmed when it comes back. So I like the break. It's okay. I'm good with it.
I can actually pay attention to my family.
Exactly. Little family time. I enjoyed it too. Exactly. My wife appreciated it too. Yeah.
I've been busy. I don't have a family, but I've been busy. I do have a family, not me directly.
Parents. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you, man? Come on, man. Speak properly.
Yeah. But yeah, I've just been so busy. Because by the time this is recorded, I'm not even in the country. Well, by the time you're watching this, I'm not even in the country, people. So we had to record this a bit earlier on in the week. So yeah, I've just been busy with that. But in terms of Palace and Mark Guehi, what type of reception are we expecting ever since that deadline day move? Oh, it was crazy. It was a crazy day. A lot of people were upset, but he will be playing for Palace. Hopefully, he should be fit, Patrick. But what are you expecting in this game from him, or if anything from the fan base, maybe towards him? Any like chance or anything like that in particular to get behind him, or?
Yeah, I think the fans will be very positive towards him. He scored the goal against Villa, obviously. He didn't leave. Yeah, there were rumors that he wanted to leave, but there's nothing really negative in the press towards him wanting to be anti-Palace. So I think the fans will be very positive towards him, as long as he plays, obviously, with the so-called injury he might have. But no, I suspect that there will be a very positive response. He's our captain. He's our leader. He's never really said anything. He's never said anything bad about Palace. So I expect a very positive response from the fans on Saturday.
In terms of his performance, Lou, and captaincy, there was rumors about him putting out statements which didn't happen, and those rumors came about from the same people who said he would put out a statement that he might drop with captaincy. I don't see any issue in Gay's performances. I don't think he'll drop as captain. I think he's fully focused at Palace. He might be a bit disappointed on the day, which you understand the reason why. But for you, are there any concerns about him as a player going forward after how deadline day unfolded?
Absolutely not. I think he's probably if you were to take one model pro these days, he's probably the perfect pro, the perfect player in terms of his attitude and performance on the pitch. No social media nonsense, none of that stuff. I even like the way he's a bit like, get the camera out my face all the time. You're always trying to make a scene of something that isn't there. Don't try and push me to the fans. I always clap the fans anyway. Don't try and make a scene, because Guehi's always clapping the fans, no matter what. Every game I'm at, Guehi comes up to the fans. I personally think that deadline day was blown completely out of proportion. I think it was way more controlled than what the narrative was put out. That's just my opinion. I think it was a lot of smoke. Like, I think he probably knew that he wasn't going to go to Liverpool way before everyone else knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. I want to add one other thing. I'm really, really happy that since this has happened, that you're hearing stories about him possibly going to Madrid and Bayern Munich. Because like I said, I think the best thing he can ever do is to wait until the summer and have options wide open to go anywhere he wants and get that signing on bonus. So for me, yes, I hate Liverpool because of how they acted in this situation too. But just more importantly, he's better off going to the continent. He'll get a better reception, make more money, get a chance to win more trophies. That's my personal opinion. Not that Liverpool aren't going to win trophies, because they will, obviously. But I'm really hoping that he takes does the right thing for himself and goes abroad in the summer.
I think as a club, for us as well, I think that Elise to Bayern move was such a good PR move for us. The fact that you come to Palace, the next move is Bayern. So I'd prefer Guehi to go to Madrid or Barcelona or Bayern, because it just shows, even the manager, you come manage Palace, you go to Bayern. You come play for Palace, you go to Bayern. You go. Yeah. Eze's gone to Arsenal now, probably one of the biggest clubs. You've seen the fuss that Arsenal have made out of Eze. That they've treated it like that's their marquee signing of the season. Gyökeres didn't get that what Eze got. So if this is what happens if you come and play for Palace, then it's just going to attract even more players. We'll get the next Guehi, we'll get the next Eze, we'll get the next Elise. So for me, I really want Mark to go to. I would love to see Mark go to Barcelona. That's where I'd love him to play on the Hansi Flick and play that high line and play with Yamal. That's who I would love to see him play with. And he deserves it. He deserves it. I can't believe I get to watch Mark for another year, mate. I can't believe it.
Yeah, he's a quality player. Any new signings you expect to start in this game, Patrick?
It's interesting because it really depends on injuries, travel, etc. So I think the back three is going to be set if Guehi's okay. So you wouldn't expect Convo to start because, again, he's young, etc. The interesting thing is going to be, obviously, Wharton being out. Maybe we drop Kamada into the center with Hughes, and you have a spot on the left-sided 10. So Pino will probably start there. And on the other side, with Sarr being injured, I'm thinking maybe Essay. I think Uche with the travel, he's still with Nigeria. He's got a lot of traveling to come back to. He's not really would have trained with us a day or two. So I think Pino definitely would start, and Uche and convo for me off the bench, personally.
Lou, what do we do with Sarr being out injured?
To me, I think Pino's got to start. He's. I think Glasner's comments were quite telling. The fact that he was very surprised at how quickly he's adapted, and so I think Pino will start. I think. I'm trying to think.
There's different ways you can approach it.
Nigeria,
number 10, or you can put him in midfield. But if you put him in the number 10 role, then that means Lerma would start in midfield. And you want Lerma to start in midfield at home?
I think you could kind of get away with Lerma maybe starting in midfield. I think maybe you play Lerma and Hughes, who have played together before. Like it's a combination that we know.
Yep.
And also it allows if we need to drop Daichi back, and then you can bring on players. I definitely think one thing is Uche, he didn't play any minutes against Rwanda, and South Africa, they have South Africa away next, who luckily are in the exact same time zone, I think, as London. Or 1 hour. It's only 1 hour apart. The longitude would so he won't really have jet lag. I doubt he'll play in that game because that's a massive game for Nigeria as well. South Africa are top. They have to win that game if they want to qualify for the African Cup of Nations. So
no, it's World Cup qualifying.
Oh, World Cup qualifying. Sorry.
Yeah.
World Cup qualifying.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
World Cup.
World Cup.
Yeah. Group, and Benin second and Nigeria third.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So Uche won't start because Glasner, you have to train to play. I think Uche could start against Millwall. That's a possibility. And then if he proves himself there, then he needs to train. That's what he needs to do. He needs to get to grips with Glasner's system, because I read that Tampa breakdown, and he's been in basically a nasty Getafe team who don't play like Glasner do. So he's going to need to adapt. But he's shown that he can adapt, because he wouldn't have risen this far this quickly if he couldn't adapt. I think it'll probably go Hughes, Lerma, and then Kamada and Pina.
Yeah, I think that sounds right to me too.
Where would you play Pino? On the left or on the right? Because of course, at Villarreal, who's playing down the right, he has played on the right a lot of the games.
I think
his best position on it.
I think he'd give them the license to move around a bit. And if anything, maybe Kamada on the right, because he probably might have a better understanding with Munoz than Pino does.
Yeah, true. And then Pino needs to build that chemistry with Mitchell as well. So it's a decent opportunity for him to start doing that.
Yep.
I as you said, I think Kamada had a very good game against Villa in a number 10 role, and I think Glasner is going to consider that. The only problem is I don't know how Sunderland are going to set up. If they do sit back, I'm just slightly concerned about Lerma and his influence on the game, because that's not the best of games for Lerma if teams are sitting back, and maybe he can adjust. He can make adjustments. But in terms of new signings, Patrick, Lou mentioned Uche maybe starting against Millwall. Yeah,
I was going to say, do Sunderland sit back?
I don't think they do under their management.
So I don't know.
I don't think they're.
Go ahead.
Go on, have a look. I don't know. You've done the opposition preview already, didn't you?
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, they struggled against teams that sit back, and they've tried a combination of stuff in terms of sitting back and also pressing as well. So I don't know how they're going to approach this game. That's what I've been told.
Did they get spanked away from home? Didn't they?
They lost to Burnley.
Yeah,
who sat back. They struggled to break teams down.
Burnley sat back at home?
No, they lost to Burnley away from home.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think like they're quite strong at home, but I thought they might struggle away.
Yeah. I think it's more about not about home or away. It's more about what the opposition is doing. So it's going to be interesting how Glasgow approaches this game, because Burnley, apparently, they've been struggling against teams that sit back. And in terms of the XG numbers, I think they're one of the lowest in the Premier League, despite scoring 5 goals. It's like 0.73 or something.
So you say Burnley struggled against teams that sit back?
No. Sunderland struggled against teams that sit back. Burnley were one of the teams. Burnley sat back against them and hit them on a counter-attack, and that's why they ended up losing that game. whereas the other teams attacked them a bit more, and the XG numbers are not great.
Do you know what? I
Sunderland.
haven't even looked at. I've had flashes of Sunderland's lineup, but I don't. I'm trying to work out. I know does Maeda start? Do they play Laffy in the 10? Do they play a 4-3-3? What's their formation? Do they play 4-2-3-1?
They've got about 14, I believe 14 new players, so they're still trying to settle down. It's very early on in the season.
What have they had success with at the moment? Is Adingra starting and playing the whole game? Is it...
Yeah, so it's a 4-3-3. Siddiqui, Xhaka, and Diarra play in the midfield.
And what combination? Is it like a 2 sitting or is it 1 sitting? And
the one I'm looking at, and it looks like it's just Xhaka sits and Siddiqui and Diarra kind of push up. But okay. I don't know. Again, you can't really tell from a formation. Look, I haven't watched them play. But Adingra plays left wing, Mayenda's center, and Tawi plays right. The thing is, they have a lot of new players. So I think that the issue they're going to have is like what we might have with Pino and possibly if Uche were to play is, bonding. But again, if it's only Pino playing, then it won't be a problem for us. Kamada plays all the time. Like Louis said before, Hughes and Lerma play together. I don't have a problem playing Hughes and Lerma against a Xhaka, Siddiqui, Diarra midfield 3. Obviously add in there, our wing backs in there, or one of the midfielders dropping, like Kamada dropping in. I have no problem. I think that's a very combative midfield. I'd rather have Hughes and Lerma versus Xhaka, Siddiqui, and Diarra. They're going to be very physical. They're not overly technical. They are. Diarra and Siddiqui are. Xhaka's not really that technical. He's a good player, but he's not technical. So I'd rather have them against them, those two against those guys, and have a Kamada in there. But again, it'll be interesting because they haven't really played together. Like you said, Burnley beat them 2-0. They lost to Brentford, right? 2-1 also, right? So
they won.
No, they beat Brentford and beat West Ham.
Right. So they're right behind us at the table, right? So
if we're being honest, obviously they've done well to get 6 points, but you get absolutely terrible West Ham at home and Brentford at home and Burnley away. It's luxury fixtures just to begin with.
That's what Conrad said as well. He said it was an easy start. It's an easy start for them.
A good start.
Not that the Premier League, if there is easy games or anything, but like I feel we could make a statement. There's the opportunity to make a statement, like to be like, listen, we're not doing this nonsense. Palace are here 3-4-0. It's not as easy as it's like done, but I think Glasner, it's a chance to be like, we're unbeaten. We're going to keep this run going. It doesn't matter if Wharton's out or Sarr's out. We've got options. So I think it's a very important game, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
I should have asked this at the start of the show, but now you're talking about the importance of this game and being tough. How important is this game for you, Patrick? Because for me, if we do want to have a good season, and I mean this with respect to Sunderland, we have to be winning these games. I mean, our season's not ended, or we can't. Look, the aims for me, it will be, to go far in Conference League, that'll be priority. I don't really care about the Premier League in terms of 13-14. But right now, the Conference League hasn't started. We've got Sunderland at home. If we do want to achieve maybe European spots automatically, then we have to be winning these games. If we don't win this game, it doesn't mean that, we haven't qualified and we weren't qualified. But come into the season, you always add up. You're like, we're 5 points behind a certain team, etc. And it all adds up from the start of the season. So for me, it's a very important game to get 3 points. And we have to try and do it, because otherwise it'll be a disappointment despite the injuries.
No, I agree. I mean, Sunderland at home is a fixture you want to win. You're looking at Millwall in the cup next, then West Ham away, another game you really want to win. But then you got Liverpool at home, then you got Conference League against Kiev, then you got Everton away, Bournemouth home, and Larnaca home, Arsenal away. So in this little stretch, let's say the next 2 or 3 matches, you want to win the next 3. You want to beat Sunderland, Millwall, and West Ham. One, keep momentum going. But you're right, there are fixtures in there that you kind of target, and we're off to a good start. We are to 8th in the league right now, right? Is it 8th or 6th?
If we win this, then I think we can go up to 5th or something like that.
We get up to the top 5, which is mad if we win this game. But again, Sunderland, a newly promoted side. Historically, I'll get to it later on. We don't play well against them, by the way, but that doesn't mean we can't beat this thing. I really rate the manager. Lebrie's a good manager. But again, this is a game that if I'm looking at it, again, because of the break and they've got as many players away as we do, we're at home. New signings, Fans will be up for it. I think this is a game that you want to target to win for sure. No doubt about it. Get those 3 points, get out of there.
Talking about previous results, it has to be better than our last home game against Sunderland, which was one of the worst performances I've seen in a long time. I remember that game. I remember the 2 things about that game. 4-0 at half-time, Lou. And it was a lot of people left at half-time. And then afterwards, apparently, Sam Allardyce kept the players in for an hour and a half in the dressing room. It was dark times. We've come a long way. Let's just say that from those days.
Yeah, do you know what? I was at a rave at Printworks, and I was raving it up, and I was like, "Oh, let me check the score quickly." I went to the smoking area, opened my Sky Sports app, and I saw 4-0. I said, "Yeah, let me go back upstairs, man."
Like it was not even believable. Like it was crazy. The fact that he was the game. Trust me,
I was at the game where we beat them in the playoffs, the 3-2-1, when Shipley scored the looping header. We got. It was a good. I didn't go to the away leg. It's been some good games. There's been some bad games, but
I was there when Balassi. I went to the away game when Balassi scored a hat trick.
Yeah, that's an iconic game.
Yeah.
You know what? That game. I was actually in a bar in New York City, Manhattan. Game, and guess which owner was there from Palace? Not Parish. Not Parish. Yeah, no, the other one, the other Steve.
Oh, Brown.
Yeah, he was there, and I was talking to him during the whole game. Yeah, that's something I remember that game because I remember being at that game, and obviously the first ever Palace hat trick. You remember that kind of game? But he was there. He was in London, in New York for some reason. It was real nice. Bought the entire Palace group. Bought everybody drinks. But yeah, that game, I remember the Balassi hat trick because I was watching it.
That game was so weird.
It was that was a weird game.
It was crazy. Yeah. It was crazy. That's the only time I've been Sunderland away. We'll see if I go this season or not. But it was definitely one to remember. In terms of head-to-head, Patrick, I don't know if we got it with you there.
I do.
How do we fare in terms of results against Sunderland in maybe the last 5 or so?
The last 5, we won 2, lost 2, and drawn 1. So it's pretty even. You mentioned the 4-0 game was the last time we played them. Before then, we beat them 3-2 away. Very memorable game. Do you know why it was memorable? The 3-2 away game.
Benteke last second.
Exactly. Benteke went at the
2-0 down. Zeki Friars.
Yeah, I
remember. Was it the game Jonathan Benteke came on, or was that?
No, that was Middlesbrough away.
That was Middlesbrough. Yeah, that was Middlesbrough.
Yeah. Yellow kit, red and blue slash across.
I think I have it here somewhere. And also, one person stand out was scoring against. Go ahead.
Terrible kit, by the way. That yellow one.
I actually have it.
Terrible kit.
Patrick, what you got a kit? Who would have thought? Who would have thought you got that kit?
Not me.
I never knew that. I mean,
I'm gonna find it. Now that Louis just disrespected, I'm gonna find it. You know, scored against us a lot. Jermaine Defoe. He scored 2 in the 4-0 game, 2 in that game. They lost 3-2, and he scored another game when they beat us 1-0.
Screamer.
That guy is a menace to society. That guy for Palace. Anyway, so there's a 2-2 draw. In 2016, Wickham scored 2. Yep, Connor Wickham scored 2 goals. Late equaliser by Barini, the Italian player. I remember that game. The 1-0 Defoe loss at Palace, and then before then, we just mentioned the 4-1 Palace win versus when Blasco had it. When you know what the last home win was for Palace? Very memorable game.
Was it?
I remember it. Great.
Lou's gonna remember.
What? It wasn't a playoff game, was it?
No, before then it was a.
Or was it the FA Cup fifth? Oh no, Premier League game.
Premier League at home, memorable.
The
3-1 straight.
Yeah, the 3-1. So there you go. That's why it's still a team game. 3-1. On the Holloway. Yeah,
that's the last time we beat them at home.
At home, yeah, last home win 3-1.
What the? That was in 2013, no? That was like our second.
I think remember August 31st, 2013. That's how long it's been at home.
What? By the way, when's our last player back? Is it Thursday? Everyone will be back Thursday.
That'll be Richards, Lerma, Kamada, and Munoz. They'll be back at the same time.
We could have done with a Sunday game, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Nah, man, we already had like
have
four
loads
Sunday
of Sunday
games already.
Don't worry about that. They're all coming up.
Exactly. A lot of them coming up. So.
Yeah. Let's move on to score predictions then. How do you see this one going? I'll start
2-1 Palace.
Patrick, then Lou, then I'll give my prediction.
So
Crystal
anyway,
Palace.
before we get to the predictions, I heard that, by the way. I'm gonna ignore that. Louis does go first, but we got other people's predictions. So Xavier has 2-0 Palace, AJ has 3-1 Palace, T has 2-1 Palace, and Stan has 2-0 Palace. Right now, the standings are from bottom. Nick is in 8th place with 1 point. Then tied 6th, Louis and Xavier on 2 points. 5th, me on 3 points. Why is he going off camera? Interesting.
Sorry, the connection was poor.
I hear you.
Don't worry,
Third,
your part's coming. Your part's coming. Just wait.
Third-
Just wait for it.
It already gone past me.
Yeah, you didn't pay. I already passed.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it?
Stan and D third on 4 points. T second on 5, and way out in front 8 points. The great AJ with in first place. Way out in front.
Yeah, man. If I don't know
Louis
ball,
yelled out
top.
2-1 Palace, so he already went already. So
if I don't know ball, then Xavier don't know ball either. So
I don't know ball either.
That means you don't know ball, Patrick, as well.
Let's not do
means
this. No, we're not going to do this.
That means I'm the only guy on here that knows ball. That's crazy. After all of those.
How is that true? How? You got 1 more point than me. That means you know ball. 1 point. Okay.
No, I'm saying exactly. If he doesn't know ball, then that means you didn't teach him ball because you didn't know ball. So eventually, like all you lot, that talk about football and tactics, you just don't know football.
Hereditary.
Like,
yeah, I got you. All right.
But anyways, let me give my prediction and let me just get a few points this week as well. You know how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1-0 Palace.
Wow,
you know what? I was umming and ahhing on 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0 Palace. 2-1 is a very silly result to predict because I think we'll keep a clean sheet. They are very clinical, but XG, I know my stats.
I didn't pick
it. The lowest XG so far this season, 0.73.
2-1's a stupid score. Is that what you just said?
I think it's a bit of a dumb prediction. I'll be real.
All right. I'm gonna
actually no, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's risky. I think 2-1's risky.
I'm going 2-0 then. 2-0 Palace because I had 2-1, but you said it's dumb, so I'm gonna go 2-0.
No. Okay, let me just say this: Sunderland are very clinical. They are very clinical. Even though they haven't created a lot of chances, they've took all of their chances.
Right.
But against us, I believe we'll be so solid defensively that they will struggle. I think we're going to be the best defensive side they've faced so far this season.
Can I change mine to 2-0?
1-0.
Can I change mine to 2-0?
No, you can't. You can't. No, you can't.
Why?
Come on. No. That is silly. You heard everyone's prediction and he wants to change it.
You just said it's stupid to say.
Come on, we're not doing that.
It's dumb to predict them to score. Now you said that's why I changed my. Okay. Well, sorry.
I'm asking if I can change.
I'm 2-0. I would say but he says no. I want to get into the argument.
You can't do that. I'm giving you all the stats, and now you're realizing, damn, why did I say that?
I think I should be allowed to change.
Before then, do stats before next time.
I think I should be allowed to change.
No, you shouldn't be able to.
I would admit one thing before we wrap up the show. I did say 2-1 an opposition preview, but the reason why.
Guess what? You got 2-1 here.
No, but
you got 2-1 then.
No. But opposition preview is coming out.
Okay,
I'll release it. So this comes out first.
Pat, if he can change, if he can do 1-0 now, then I'm 2-0.
No, Louis, he's 2-1. I'll change it.
Okay,
don't
get away with that. You don't get away with 1-0. We already said at the beginning of the show. We're beginning of the year. We're not doing 2-1 this
I know.
4-1 that show.
I said 2-1 because I was doing it with Conrad and I had to give a quick prediction. I didn't think about it.
So did I. I shouted out mine, didn't I? I just shouted out mine.
No. Patrick, my one is 1-0, bro. My one's 1-0. I'm telling you now, 1-0. Please don't do that to me because that 1-0.
In the chat below, can D be allowed to change his from 2-1 to 1-0? Whatever the chat says, we're gonna go with.
Hey,
I think that's a fast. Go 1-0 and 2-1.
Look, I was being honest. I was being honest with you.
I'll stay 2-1 because I've got.
Do you know what? I'm going back to my 2-1 prediction because I swear, if 2-1 hits, you didn't pick 2-1, I'm going to laugh at you. I'm going back to 2-1.
Okay, cool. So you said 2-1 and keep me at 1-0. Cool.
I'll keep it 1-0, no problem. But if it's 2-1, I'm getting extra bonus points on top of the
none of that. You don't need no extra bonus points because of me. Because that's unfair on T and everyone else. Let's not do.
No. But wait. T will get it too. He picked 2-1 also.
No. We're not. We can't do that.
Me, Louis, and T will get extra bonus points because you forced him.
Then you can't get extra bonus points if 2-1 happens. I'll be happy as well, but I'm just saying I just don't see it happening.
I have a major problem with 2-1 opposition video and 1-0 here. I have a real problem with that. But we'll talk about it off air because that doesn't fly.
Okay, we'll talk about it. We'll have our crisis meeting as soon as this ends.
We'll do that. Yeah.
Let us know your score predictions in the comment section down below. As always, there's certain people which you can see based on the table you shouldn't follow their predictions, so you lot are all spoiled because you can see who kind of knows ball, who doesn't. So based on that, let us know your predictions there. Of course, we'll be back for the Millwall game as well. I don't know when or how, but we will be there with previews. But yeah, that's it from us. Like, subscribe, and until next time, up the Palace.